Hello everyone, welcome to DataInfoSec. So we are back with a new video. So today we will be starting with the types of the bugs and we will be solving the DVWA bugs, and we will know what are the types of the bugs and how to deal with them. So let's get started. So first we will start with our XAMPP server. So we have started the Apache and MySQL over here. Tomcat is started because I have started my Bob suite, that's why it is started. You can see over here. If I turn it off, it won't go because Bob suite is started. It uses support 8080, that's why it is not on. Don't worry. Let's minimize it. Let's open. I've opened already the Bob suite. Get started with the Bob suite, everyone. So let's open our Firefox. Let's go to the local host. Here is DVWA and perfect, we are there. So we are in the DVWA. Let's previous we have set up the database in previous videos. Now the first thing is the brute force. Okay, the brute force is a very nice kind of attack where you can get the username and the password of any persons if you know or don't know anything about him. Mainly it's just a trial and error based. So if a website offers you the login page and you don't know or you know any usernames, so you can get a bunch of the passwords and try to get the exact match of the username and the password. And if the website does not have a brute force protection, you might get each and everything, or you might get several other accounts related to that websites stored in the databases. So let's first of all get DVWA security and then set it to the low. Okay, it already is low. We're starting from the low. Now let's go to the brute force. Here is the brute force. So in the brute force we will be keeping username. So right now we don't know the any username and don't know any password. For kind of information, we already know the our DVWA login ID and password is admin and the password. So let's check if it is admin and password. Yes, SW1. Okay, so it is, yeah, admin and password only. Okay, now let's suppose we don't know the username and the password. So here we will be developing a list of the username and the list of the password. So I've already made the list of a username and password over here. Defaults, usernames and the passwords. Perfect. Now let's start with the request and the response. So here is our burp suite. I have Foxy proxy on to the burp perfectly. Let's enter any anonymous name, anything on the password, and we don't know anything about it. Proxy is on. Let's send it. We got it over here. Here is the request. Username is this, password is this, and if we forward it, before forwarding, let's take it to the intruder and forward it. Yeah, we have taken into the intruder because intruder help you to just brute force any kind of things which you want in a website. So mainly in this kind where username and password we are going to brute force. So it already given the different types of positions where you can brute force. Here we have username, password, login, session ID, and security. So we are interested in username and the password. So let's clear everything and okay. Now let's go to the username and the password. Perfect. We will be using a cluster bomb where each username will be comparing with each password and it will give you the results. So sniper is mainly attacking on a single thing, which is mainly if we know the username, we know the username is admin, we will be not using this position, we will be using only this position of password where we don't know the password and we will be setting it to the sniper. Now we don't know both, we will be using cluster bomb. Let's go to the payload. The payload in first one is username, second one is password. The first one is username, the list of the username we already made over here. Here is a list of the username. We will paste it. List of passwords. We are over here, passwords. Okay, copy. Let's paste it, and everything is done perfectly. Let's remove the space. Okay, now let's get started the attack. As soon as you see we have started the attack, we have seen that payload 1 is admin and payload 2, I mean payload 1 is all the list of the usernames which contains of admin, administrator, Ramesh, super user, and payload 2 is mainly all the password we have given. So let me tell you one thing what I was telling, that in cluster bomb where each admin username is compared with every password. So it is what I'm telling to you, administrator with every password. So that is cluster bomb. Now you might be thinking that the attack has been over, but we did not got the results. That we got the results. Just see, you might see the status is 200 for each and every one, but you might see the difference in the length. Everything is length over here is same, but if we double click it, uh, 4599, but as compared to others it is 4556. So this is our username is admin and the password. We got admin and the password. We all know that it was a right admin and the password. For the sake of time being, let's do it admin and the password, and don't save. Oh, my intercept is on. Okay, we got in the password. Okay, now let's increase the security. It was very easy. So let's see the code. What is the code they have mentioned? Being in the cybersecurity field, in an ethical hacking field, you need to mainly observe the code, what they have written, understand the code. They're getting the username, they're getting the password, they're connecting to the database, they're getting the user details, okay, and then successfully log in, and login failed, then they are sending username and password. Okay, no protection, perfect. Now let's go to the medium. So here we have medium, submit, perfect. Now let's go to the brute force area. Now let's see what is the source code of medium. Okay, so yes, they are actually sanitizing this time. Means if anybody person skips inverted commas for the inverted commas or any other things which mainly the problems for like it can cause an SQL problem or SQL error. So it might be vulnerable to SQL injection. So they are actually sanitizing this time. They are only needed only alphabets, no other symbols. And if this thing occurs, they are mainly filtering it out. Sanitizing the password input also. Okay. Checking the databases. Okay. They're getting the user details. Welcome successful login. Okay. We have got a new thing over here. Sleep 2. If login is failed, they will be sleeping the full. They will be sleeping it for 2 seconds. So if you see, let me show you one time. If you see right over here, this is going to, as soon as the password is wrong, it will be, you can see over here, it has slipped for 2 seconds and then it had shown that it does not show directly. I will, like, if I write perfectly the correct password, it will show directly password. See, directly we have got, but if we do incorrect, it slipped for 2 seconds. See, 1 2. Okay, let's close this. Close the tab perfectly. Now let's go to the intercept on, putting the random passwords, usernames, login. Perfect, we got here. Send to the intruder, same steps, intruder, perfect. Here we got the positions, clear, usernames are here, add it, passwords here, add it, payloads, send it the same as it is, uh, copy it and paste it for the usernames. For passwords, okay, we have not done the cluster bomb, payload 2, then passwords over here, copy it and paste it over here. Now proxy, that is forward, we don't require right now. Username is perfect. Now what we will do, we will be mainly starting the attack, but before starting the attack, let's keep it I suppose if it's sleeping for 2 seconds, so yeah, the number of retries, no problem would occur. Okay, let's go start it. Attack, username, password, start the attack. Sorry guys. Okay, now you can see the speed is quite slow, because for every bad attempt, for every incorrect attempt, they are blocking us for 2 seconds. They are actually stopping the server for 2 seconds and then showing up the results. So for every brute force, for every username password which is wrong, they are stopping for 2 seconds and then showing. That's why it is taking time. It's not like before one, in the first one, low one. So it's just stopping us for 2 seconds. If we got a valid one, it definitely should. You can see it is taking time. Let's wait. Okay, perfectly. 20, 30, let's options. Okay, 25 is almost done. Let me increase the thread. Okay, let's see if we got something 4, 5, 5, 6. Double click on the length to see any length new. Okay, our web attack is not completed, but we have got the results. Admin and the password we got 4608. Rest all are 4565, 4565, 4565. Perfectly. So here is the response. You can see the response. In response, we can see welcome to the password protected area admin. Whereas in incorrect one, you can see the response. Username or password is incorrect. Perfect. We got the username and the password. Close it. Perfect. Now the medium is also completed. Now back to the let's get back to the okay high one. Here is security high. Perfect. This is mainly implemented in all the real-time websites, which is just started recently, or some of the medium level websites. Okay, so let's get started with it. So this time, let's see what is the trick they have used. Let's see the source code first. Brute force and the source code. Okay, he is getting login. Okay, they are using a CSRF token. CSRF token is mainly used for checking a user token and session token. They are actually sending a unique request for a unique sender. Okay, so if a normal request comes from a sender, it mainly validates that it is one request, and then it will block other the request. It actually gives a token and it matches with the server. If the token matches with the server from the given uh, token, then it will definitely allow you to execute the command of the username and the password. But if you put up the right username and the password, and if the token which is given by the server is not matched, then it will definitely discard the correct username and password also. So you're matching up the session token is very important. So session token is given by one per request. So each and after one per request, it gives a new session token. Okay, baki rest is things. Input. Okay, checking the database, user details, solving successful. And here we are failed, then we are stopping for 0, 1, 2, 3. Anytime it can stop. It depends upon the server. Okay, perfectly. Let's close this and try it. First of all, let me try with the normal one, which we were trying first. Think anything? Perfect intercept. Sorry guys, perfectly now sent to the Twitter for into the positions clear. Okay, we are giving the user token perfectly. So in previous one, you can see over here, we don't have a user token over here. User token was not there, but in this we have a user token mainly which mainly uniquely identifies you as a user when you make a request to the server. So for each request you are given a new token. So if you are using the same token for hundreds of requests, you won't be getting any responses. Let us start in one time, then also to show you all passwords, username, payloads, and then okay, box is on forward intruder, and then payloads. Let's get to the copy, paste, poster bomb options, to passwords, and then paste. Then start. Guys, you can see 302, 302, 302, 302. It is mainly found, but we don't have a correct credentials over here. You cannot see. I click on the length, nothing, all are same. So for each and every request, we need to generate a unique token so that the server can verify and send us the output. So here for every request, we have used a single user token. That's why it is not showing any responses. So let's begin with that. Just follow my steps as soon as what I'm doing. Okay, let's close this. We have done this. Okay, what's good professional over here. Now let's get started. So first we will be getting Let's see what is over here. Okay, the first we will be refreshing it everything. So let's refresh it. As soon as we refresh it, let's go to the HTTP history. In HTTP history, you might seen recently, yeah, index.php. Add to scope. No. As soon as you did this, target. Okay, we got here. Sitemap. Add to the scope. Perfectly, we have done this. Now, after doing this, let's go to the project options. Add tools, and then we will be using add macro add. Here we will be getting the request of each and so we will be using the index.php which we have done recently. Add configure items, we will be using add, and then the parameter name which we'll be using in recently, which is user token. Copy it and paste it over here, and then the value it will automatically selected here, and okay, and yeah, great, everything. Then tolerate the URL mismatch. Okay, and rule number 5, no problem. Let's change the scope to the use suit scope which we have given over here, and target spider repeater sequencer intruder. Okay, we have made the rule, we have made the macro, everything is done properly. Let's capture the request of invalid username and the password over here, and then create. We have done that also perfectly. You will, and let's go down here. Send to the intruder. Here is our intruder. Positions, payloads, we will be selecting the positions as cluster bomb. Clear everything. Username same as it is we have done. The password, payloads over here 1 and 2. For 1 we have here usernames, you can use your own also. Paste. Second we have 2, which is password. Just go and select it and paste it over here. Okay, now here is perfectly. Now let's make it as 1. Everything is great. Now clear this all. Yes, we will write as incorrect. We will be searching the incorrect word in the responses. Add. So perfect. So it's, I think everything is working perfectly right now. Should work. Start. Okay, so it is started. So guys, you can see the length has changed. The previously it was 350s, I think so, 350s. Now it is 4644. Let's wait for the output right now. So let's close this. Everything is done. Okay, now DVWA username password. Let's wait for the results. Okay, let's see. Guys, see what I have wrote incorrect for. Incorrect is mainly it will search for the responses that incorrect word is there in the responses or not. So it will go to the, if we go to the responses, you can see if we write incorrect, see the incorrect word is there, but in a successful one it will never show an incorrect. So guys, here we are, and we got the username and the password admin and the password over here, status 4687. It is the correct one and perfectly it's the right one. And then it is done, and we have completed this one also because it has given the output also. Admin and the password 200 4687, length is 4644 for everything, but the real one is 4687, and there is no tick on incorrect. So if we search over here incorrect, you will not find it. Incorrect, no, it's not. So we have done this also, high one also, and we got the output as admin as password, and everything is done very greatly. So guys, this is there, and for DVWA security impossible one is mainly for the websites which are mainly secure. This type of let's see the code. This type of websites are mainly those websites which are mainly secure and they have protection against the brute force. And here we can see anti-CSR token perfectly. Username, token, post, session key also there. Sanitizing input, output, default values they have given. Okay, acha, account log. Actually they are making an account log after 3 failed logins. Okay, I think so. There is also a pass through it. If you solve the Portswigger lab, there is also pass through it, we can do that also, but till now I think it's a secure one, and we will definitely do the Portswigger one later. But we have completed the low, medium and high. Guys, stay tuned with us, subscribe our channel. We will be just getting back with the command injection later and explaining each and everything from low, medium and high. So guys, subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for being with us.